Okay, so our January challenge is just around the corner. So real quickly, I'm just going to go through what the challenge is, what inspired the challenge, and just answer a question that somebody had about equipment. So first of all, what is the challenge? The concept is pretty simple. We're going to start 2019 by exercising every single day throughout the entire month of January. So we're going to start on January 1st with an active rest day, and that's explained on the calendar, which I'll talk about in a second. And we're going to go straight through. We're going to exercise every day, and the last day of the challenge is January 31st. Now the calendar, I made a calendar. It's on Google Calendars, and if you didn't get the link, you didn't see the link yet, let me know and I'll send it to you. But all you have to do is follow along with the calendar. Every day is planned out for you. Okay, so you're either going to be doing one of my at-home workouts that I do in my living room that you can do in your living room or wherever, or we're going to be having active rest days, at least 2 of those a week. And an active rest day, it's explained on the calendar, but basically this is going to be some kind of activity that is going to require you to change your clothes, where you're going to work up a sweat, where your heart rate is going to, you're going to get elevated. Your heart rate is going to get elevated. So something like, I live in Southern California, so I can play tennis or, go for a bike ride or whatever. If you live somewhere where it's cold or there's snow on the ground, you can take a yoga class or a Pilates class or something like that. You can go to the gym if you belong to a gym and get out the exercise bike. Find somebody to play some basketball with or whatever. Just some kind of, you can always go for a run. A run is great. Or a nice brisk walk or a hike. Some kind of exercise. So those days it's kind of up to you what you want to do, but you have to do something. Okay, and that's basically the whole challenge. All you need to do is follow along with the calendar. So most of the workouts are going to be brand new workouts, and those are marked. They say new workout. And for the new workouts, they're not public yet. The videos are up on YouTube, but they're not public. So what I'm going to do is I'll post the link to those workouts on the day before. So we start on January 1st with an active rest day. So on January 1st, I will post the link to the workout that we're doing on January 2nd, because it's a brand new workout. But you won't do that workout until the 2nd. Okay, so any questions about that, let me know, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. So that's what the challenge actually is. Now, what inspired the challenge, what's the purpose behind the challenge is, it's a new year, and everybody makes New Year's resolutions. And I think New Year's resolutions are wonderful. I think it's a great thing to want to improve your lifestyle and improve yourself. The problem is that, so many people, I think the majority of New Year's resolutions are usually fitness adjacent, either fitness based or health or, appearance, like you want to lose weight or something. There's nothing wrong with wanting to lose weight. I have plenty of weight that I would like to lose. The problem is that if your New Year's resolution is, I want to lose 30 pounds, there's no plan there, If your New Year's resolution is, I want to get in shape, it's just too broad. So what I'm doing is giving you a plan so that instead of making a New Year's resolution that says, I want to be able to do 100 push-ups or whatever, we're making a plan to make working out every day a habit. Because for me, it used to be a habit. When I was in really good shape, I didn't think about it. Like every day I was doing a workout. I didn't think about it. It wasn't like, am I going to get a workout in today? It was, when is this going to happen? What am I doing today? I already knew I was doing the workout because it was a habit. But I lost that habit. The habit was broken. And then, long story short, I went for a really, really long time, completely fell off the wagon and didn't work out for a long time. And I got out of shape and I put on a lot of weight and I lost a ton of strength and I wasn't happy about it. So what I'm hoping to do with this challenge and what I'm hoping will happen for you if you're following along with me is that we're going to make it a habit. So I always heard that it takes 30 days. Doggy stuff happening in front of the house. Get on, Rudy. So I always heard that it takes 30 days to make something a habit, and I don't know if that's true. I don't have any sources to cite or anything like that, but I just always heard that. So I figured, what if we just make a commitment to work out every day for 31 days in this case, because it's January's 31 days. But what if for 1 month we just made the commitment that we're going to do something every single day? Well, in theory, then by the end of the month, we should have made that kind of mental breakthrough, right? We're strengthening those neural pathways. It's like a muscle in your brain that needs to be exercised. So we're exercising that muscle in our brain. That's the most important thing. So that by the end of the month, we have now made this a habit. And so that as we continue on throughout the year, we've actually, hopefully by the end of January, we've succeeded in making this lifestyle change. So once you've made that change, once you've flipped that switch in your brain, and you've made it a habit to get exercise every day, the motivation to do it is going to come so much easier, and it's just going to become part of our daily routine. And after that, everything's going to fall into place. If you have 30 pounds to lose, you're going to lose the 30 pounds. This is just going to happen because you're working out on a consistent basis. Do you know what I'm saying? If you want to rebuild strength, that's going to happen because you're working out every day. So that everything else, your body's just going to do what it's going to do. But up here is the important thing. So that's really all you need to do the challenge. That brings me to point number 3. So we talked about what the challenge is and what inspired it. Now, I just want to answer one quick question because somebody was asking about equipment. Yes, I use equipment in most of my workouts because I have it and I like it and it challenges me. It makes workouts more fun. It makes them more interesting. And it makes them more challenging. But the answer to the question, do we need equipment to follow along the challenge, is no. Period. Full stop. That is the answer to the question. You do not need equipment. Okay? Simple enough. The one thing I'll say that you do need is an interval timer. I use my little Gym Boss timer, which I love. It's like $20. So for me, obviously, it's worth it because if you watch my workouts, you see I use that thing every single time I work out. But you don't need that. There's plenty of apps that you can download. I can't be any help recommending a specific app because I don't use an app on my phone. I use my little timer that beeps, but I know that there are plenty of free apps out there and that's easy enough to find. I also use an exercise mat. So I use an exercise mat mainly because I have wood floors. If you're working out on a carpet, you don't even need that. You can, if you feel if there's something we're doing that you need a little extra padding, a towel would probably be fine. And even for most stuff that I do, a towel would probably suffice even on a wood floor. So those are things that it would be helpful to have. But really, I'm telling you, the only thing you need is right here. Seriously. So what you need to do is say, I'm doing this challenge. Not, I would like to do the challenge, but I don't have a sandbag, so maybe I can't. I would like to do the challenge, but I don't have dumbbells. No. What you need is here. That's everything you need to do any challenge. You say these words, I'm going to do this 31-day exercise challenge. Done. Okay? From there on out, solving any kind of issue about equipment is going to be so easy because you've already made the decision you're going to do the challenge. So if you see me working out with a sandbag and you don't have a sandbag, you're not just going to say, well, I guess I can't do this challenge because she's using a sandbag and I don't have a sandbag. No. You're going to immediately switch into problem-solving mode and you're going to find a workaround. You're going to say, well, she's using a sandbag for this exercise and I don't have a sandbag, so what can I use? What do I have that I can use? Or how else can I work that muscle group? And if you're stuck and you can't think of a substitution, first of all, if you're watching my videos on YouTube, please always read the description underneath the video because that's where you're going to find the workout breakdown that's going to explain in detail everything that we're doing. So how to set your timer, what interval, how long of the interval is going to be, or how many sets we're doing, how many reps of each exercise we're doing. That's all going to be explained there. And then underneath the workout breakdown is where I'm going to talk about substitutions. So I use my dip bar all the time, but I'm always acknowledging that people might not have the equipment that I'm using. So I'm always offering suggestions for alternatives. And if that is not sufficient and you can't think of an alternative on your own, just reach out to me. I'm going to be here to help throughout the entire challenge. And there's always a way. So just decide that you're going to make the commitment, decide that you're going to do this challenge, and the hard part's done, I promise. So by the end of the 30 days, or 31 days, I can't guarantee that you're going to have lost your 30 pounds or that you're going to be able to do 100 push-ups or anything like that. What we're going for is making this a habit, making it a habit again, so that the motivation is not so difficult to come by, and that you're just in the habit of getting exercise every day. We're looking to make that lifestyle change. That's the whole point of the challenge. And I think that's it. There's probably a lot I didn't cover, but I also talked for a long time, even though I tried not to. So if you have any other questions, please let me know. If there's anything you were curious about that I didn't cover, let me know. I'm really excited for those of you who have told me that you're joining the challenge. I'm so excited. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be challenging, and it's going to be interesting, and it's going to be really beneficial. It's going to be a great way to start off the new year. And there is a new challenge coming in February that's going to be a lot of fun and really cool, and it's going to consist entirely of 5-minute workouts. So if you missed this challenge or you're not ready yet, then I really hope that you'll join me for the February challenge. 5-minute workouts. The whole challenge, all month, all we're doing is 5-minute workouts. There's a little bit of a catch, but I promise the entire month, the entire challenge is going to be made up of 5-minute workouts, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so Happy New Year, and I'm really excited to get started on this. So I will see you guys on January 1st, and let's do this.